Around 2,000 exiled Tibetan women in India's Dharamsala town held a protest march on Wednesday, commemorating the role of women in the 1959 Tibet uprising. The women protesters held posters and banners as they shouted slogans in the name of their homeland, Tibet. The march was organized by the Tibetan Women's Association, which seeks to foster the equality of Tibetan women in both their homeland and exiled communities. An uprising against Chinese rule in Tibet erupted in 1958 and troops crushed it the following year. The Tibetan Buddhist spiritual leader, the Dalai Lama, fled from the crackdown and was granted asylum in India. The Dalai Lama has lived mostly in Dharamsala, where his supporters run a small government in exile and advocate for autonomy for Tibet by peaceful means.
In 1959, when whole of Tibet was illegally occupied by Chinese, so we had the same uprising, same movement done by Tibetan women in front of Potala Palace. So we are commemorating that, and we have been protesting since 1959. It's been the 66th year this year now.
Our demand is very clear to ask help from the international organizations and the governments to free Tibet.
Hundreds of widows in India's holy town of Vrindavan marked the Hindu festival of colours, Holi, with bright coloured dyes and flowers on Wednesday. The widows, wearing white, played games and threw petals and powdered dyes at each other. In traditional Indian Hindu society, women who have lost their husbands are considered unlucky and face social discrimination. In many parts of India, widows are not permitted to celebrate Holi or participate in other festivals. Vrindavan is considered to be a holy city in India and attracts many widows who can receive support there from non-governmental organizations. The festival of Holi heralds the beginning of spring and will be officially celebrated on March 14th this year.
आज होली खेल रहे हैं। हाँ, ये तो होली वृंदावन का मौजा है, बहुत होली है, बहुत वृंदावन का होली सबसे बड़ा है और इधर सब लोग वृंदावन में होली खेलती है, यही तो बड़ा है।
और हर साल की तरह हम यहाँ गोपीनाथ जी मंदिर में हमारी विधवा माताओं के साथ आज होली का महोत्सव सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हैं और हमें यही आशा है कि विधवा माताओं का जो हर समय से सफेद कपड़ों में रहती हैं, उनका पूरे साल में हर दिन ऐसे ही खुशी भरा रहे, प्रेम भरा रहे और उनका जीवन में इन प्यार भरे रंगों से बिल्कुल भरा रहे।
That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time tomorrow. Good night.